Catch dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next stake. I get down, I get dirty, catch him out of public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got get it, go retrieve it, just short small. When that's from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warner. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Nix. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Chargers' 3-yard line.
Harvey is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Quick throw here to Johnston. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. The Chargers at 3-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. A short throw taken in by Bryant. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
380. Hey, Delta. 12.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
We'll get this complete to Trey Harris. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert back to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
6 yards to go.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Lad McConkey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. On first down, it's Hampton. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
13 more yards. That's another.
Back to Hampton on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Peters. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert now. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hampton not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Harris from 6 yards away. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's second and inches.
Now it's Nix.
45-yard line.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Nix to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 46-yard boot with just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now this one finds McConkey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Crowd right. Cap it.
Give here to Hampton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Again, it's Hampton. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the Chargers field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
For the Chargers field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll swing this out to Harvey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Throwing Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Warner. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Pat Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 46.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Here's Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. In motion right is Davis. Nick's going to tap this forward. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And a lot of of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Back to the air with Nix. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
Nix from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
The kicker on.
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got Harris running the slant.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Herbert going to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
To your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 4-yard line.
Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Lad McConkey with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now it's Herbert. It's complete. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Broncos use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry.
That keeps the score. Broncos 34. Chargers 29.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go. 380. Ready.
Now Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Throwing, Herbert.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Herbert.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Harvey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Maynard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very